Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about astrology and kindness toward others. Now, something inspired me to do this video. I saw a post, and it's from a very prominent, prolific astrologer. I'd say not likely, definitely one of the best and most renowned, one of the more renowned astrologers in the world. And when I saw the post he made. I was looking at it. Stated, I don't remember the exact words, but basically what it conveyed was that people were posting on his Facebook wall, promoting themselves or what have you. I guess it may have been other astrologers. I don't know, the specifics, but the thing about it is, well, we had, and he said that he basically felt like, I don't remember exact words, but basically like an invasion is what was conveyed and being used. And the thing about it is, that's a very good point. What we have to understand as astrologers and people in the astrology community is that when to help and when not to. Now, if somebody is like a real like super famous astrologer and people are trying to do things, they're doing things like what I just described. Of course, you've got to really set some strong boundaries because you're going to have people out there that are going to try to capitalize on another person's fame. And when I say that, what I mean is they may try to use somebody to promote somebody famous to promote their own videos, whether it be astrology. In most cases, it would be astrology videos. Presumably, if someone's going to put something on a famous astrologer's page, then that is what it's going to be, likely because they know that person has certain popularity and that their video that they post on there will likely be seen by a lot of people. Now, the thing about it is that we can help, as astrologers, we can help out other people to some degree. Not everything has to be done where we have to be compensated for what we do. Sometimes we can mentor somebody and try to help them and show certain acts of benevolence toward other people. And it's just but at the same time we have to draw boundaries and have to draw some kind of line at some point, even in those situations. If we want to do something to help somebody, and but at the same time, if that person is going to be using us repeatedly, then we have to let him or her know at some point, well, enough is enough. And the thing about it is, like, sometimes, like, I might share some videos from somebody else that's, either, it might be somebody that's an established astrologer, just because I like to, it might be something very interesting that I want to post on my page. Or if there's somebody that's out there that's trying to be an aspiring new YouTube astrologer, I might put something on there on my wall from time to time, occasionally, to help promote them. But that's if we do it, I don't know if I'm saying this right, volitionally, or our own volition in what we want, what we choose to do. Then that, obviously that's our prerogative, and we have that right to do so. If that is the choice, I mean, some people will. You have some astrologers that will do collaboration videos, and they can help when they combine and do a video together, and they actually can help each other and promote each other in the process. It's an equal give scenario. But the thing about it is, generally when you have those collaboration videos, generally the way it'll work out in a lot of instances, it's best to have the two people have comparable popularity, because what happens is, if you're like somebody that's like super famous out there, and then you have another person that's just an aspiring YouTube astrologer, obviously the aspiring YouTube astrologer is going to benefit a lot more than the person that's already established his or herself in the astrological community and world. So, and the thing is, it's just a matter of understanding when you're going to help, how you're going to help people. And I don't discourage, if you're somebody that's established yourself as an astrologer in the community for some time, I don't discourage you to help somebody. But the thing about it is, we even giving assistance and expressing benevolence or what have you, they do have their limitations, and it's just about when you have to draw the line, basically, as far as that assistance goes. And the thing about it is you're going to have some people. I mean, I see the astrology community, sadly, a lot of it is very egocentric and self-centered. You have a lot of people out there that are basically using astrology for self-aggrandizement. It's for their own purposes, and they're not thinking about the other people out there. And we have to remember, when we're at a certain people that have established themselves, they're at a certain level or say plateau, or that they've reached a certain height in the astrology world, that keep in mind that all people, the people that are very famous out there, world renowned astrologers, that we have to remember is that, I mean, I'm sorry, not, but those people have to remember is that they were all, at the bottom at one point. They were striving, they were aspiring to reach that level, and they did start somewhere. So at the same time, you could help some people from time to time, but the thing is, you do it when you feel you're able to do it, and have an understanding with people that it's not, it doesn't necessarily going to be a persistent thing where you're going to wind up being used as a result of helping him or her. So I think those are the things that we have to keep in mind in the astrological community. I don't know if I really have much more to say on the matter than that. It's just the simple fact that we as astrologers, we could show certain selflessness, and we could do certain things that are going to benefit others, and we want to, because everybody, we all deserve maybe to have some kind of assistance to help us from time to time, whether it's trying to get a little bit, someone's trying to get a little bit more popularity in the astrological community. They're trying to get their videos uh, as far as increase viewership in them, being oblivious to people that need assistance. That's not necessarily the right thing, but at the same time, we can't, no one should allow anybody to use them in the process as well. And the problem is, and I think in a lot of cases what happens is, if you're somebody that has your Facebook page or whatever, and it's set up where anybody can just put anything on there, you're right, you could be running into a problem, because what happens is, if you were to allow one person put their YouTube astrology video on there, then all of a sudden it becomes, well, everybody else wants to put theirs on there as well. So I think what it comes down to is that one way you set the boundaries, you don't allow, you have your Facebook page or whatever it is set up where other people can't put anything on there, and you're the only one that can put something on there, and you control what goes on there. And if you want to put somebody's video on there, and you want to help some aspiring astrologer out, then by all means do it. That's all, of course, predicated on the individual and what they think, what he or she thinks they should do. So that's really what I wanted to get at as far as assistance goes in the astrological community, and having a conception idea when we're how to help an individual that may be trying to get their foot in the door. And some people are starting out, keep in mind, with doing YouTube astrology videos, or they're trying to help, they're trying to start some business, and they don't really have that much money or something, and sometimes they really do need the assistance in terms of being promoted, and especially if they have quality material, and you want to show your benevolence, and you want to do something, you want to be show some philanthropy or what have you, whatever you want to call it, then by all means do it. But there also has to be, at some point, there has to be some boundaries and some dividing line. I think there are limitations, in that, because you don't want people to take advantage of you as well. So anyway, people, well, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.